Here g of x is given as 1 plus root x, f of g of x is given as this. So, we have to find f of x. So, now since f of g of x is given, this is a composition of f and g. From this you have to extract what is f of x. So, g of x is given and f of g of x is given, you have to extract f. Now, the trick in these kind of questions is in f of g of x, the right side you have to completely convert in terms of g of x. That means here g of x, this term 1 plus root x has to come. So, sometimes it will be direct, sometimes it may be difficult. So, now we will try that. Now, this you can write it as, now in this side this full has to be converted in terms of g of x. So, now I will write this as f of g of x is equal to, now one best thing what we can do is here I will write 3 as it is plus 2 into, now in the place of root x I told we have to bring g of x into picture. So, we will understand in the last step how immediately we can find f of x. So, now root x can be written from here. So, root x is nothing but g of x minus 1. So, from here root x can be written as g of x minus 1 plus, now this x, actually x is nothing but root x square. So, now this x actually can be written as root x square. Okay. Now, root x is g of x minus 1. So, root x square will be g of x minus 1 square. Now, you can see that this whole has got converted into g of x. So, now we will simplify this as much as possible. So, f of g of x is equal to, this is 3 plus, this is 2 g of x, and 2 into minus 1 is minus 2 plus, here we can use a minus b the whole square. So, it is a square plus b square minus 2ab. So, you get it like this, and if you try to simplify this, so this is plus 2 g of x and minus 2 g of x will get cancelled. So, you will get f of g of x will be equal to, this is g of x square plus this is 3 plus 1 4, 4 minus 2 is 2. So, we have almost come to the end of the problem. Now, what you do is, now g of x is common on both sides, we will give it a name, we will replace g of x by, let us say, just x. So, we will just replace that g of x by x. So, that time we get f of x is equal to x square plus 2. So, we can see that we can see which you can see x square plus 2 is the right option. Okay, now you could also do it in another way. Okay, now see this, f of x is equal to 3 plus 2 root x plus x. So, this is the question. We can try it in still better way, I feel. So, what we can do is, this f of x you can write it as, now this x you can write it as root x the whole square plus this 2 root x we will write as it is, and now this 3 we will write it as 1 plus 2. We will write this 3 as 1 plus 2. And if you are very sharp in observing this, from the law of, we have an algebraic formula, this is root x square plus 2 root x plus 1. See that this is, okay, this is g of x, this is g of x. So, if you see that carefully, this is nothing but root, this part is nothing but root x plus 1 the whole square. So, you can see that it is in the form a square plus b square plus 2ab. So, otherwise you cross verify, root x plus 1 whole square is this plus 2, and this is nothing but left hand side is f of g of x. So, root x plus 1, I have created that root x plus 1, that is g of x on the other side. Now, what you can do is, this is f of g of x is equal to, now this is nothing but g of x. So, therefore, this will be g of x square plus 2. Now, g of x is common. So, what you can do is replace g of x by x. So, you will get f of x is equal to x square plus 2. So, you could have got the answer. Actually, this was a better way of getting the answer. If you could visualize the step directly, within 2 steps you can finish this. So, whatever x square plus 2 is the right option.